Hi, it's Lou Agave, Long Island Lou Tequila on Facebook, Instagram, the web, and TikTok. We got Greg Bartolotta here today.
Hi, how are you?
And Greg was nice enough to bring the brand new, Don Vicente, Don Vicente, which is coming out of the #1 rated.
1579 now.
1570, Felipe Camarena. So this was rumored to be just made for the Asian market, I understand. But it's finding its way into the U.S., and it's hopefully going to be sold here. So the guys in Texas are talking about it now. It's got into El Paso.
El Paso, that's where it's coming out of. It's on the back label.
So, he's got restaurants, and he had the connections, and he was contacted, so he was able to get some of the stuff. He's got some sample, but we're going to taste
the XA.
The XA. There's nobody talking about the XA. There's no reviews on it, as far as I know.
Nothing from the panel. Yeah,
nothing from the TMM
so we have
panel.
So far, they're only making 3 expressions. They're doing the Blanco, Reposado, and the XA. Kind of similar to what they do with Bolans. I mean, these are the same. No, but he's not doing any añejos, which I wanted to talk to you about.
I was going to ask you about that.
I guess he must have a lot of tequila that he's got past that 3-year period. And he's able to produce, look at the color of the Repo, and you can look at the color of the...
Careful, table 6.
I'm sorry, look at the color of this. Look how light that is.
Yeah, no, because we know Felipe.
Yeah.
Felipe is a Blanco guy. He's told me that personally for years. So when he makes extra age stuff, he uses the most worn barrels he can find. Worn. I like that. I can respect that. Sometimes when I'm doing an XA in the wintertime, I want it to be heavier and darker. I get like that sometimes with my XA. But there's always a good time for the light XA.
I'm on the other side. I still want to taste the agave. I really want to see the agave expression.
Right. And sometimes I was going to say I get like that too. So I go to Felipe when those times come. Otherwise, I do a little bit of both. So Don Vicente, So it's just coming out. It's brand new. You guys, I can't tell you where to buy it because you probably can't buy it, right?
Not yet.
And who even knows if it really will be sold full bore in the U.S., but I think it will be.
Well, you were talking about the Asian market, so.
It was supposed to be for the Asian market, from what I understand. It's like it's creeping in, and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of, there's some ownership of this, and we'll see where they're going with it and who wants to sell it where and this and that. But it's made by Felipe, so there's nothing to worry about there.
So it's mechanical Tahone. It's deep well water 100%. So this is Teralta. The only difference between this and Teralta is they oxygenate.
Right, for the soften it and integrate it, right.
Exactly. So double distilled,
all copper.
It's all fermented without fibers. So we're gonna crack it open and see what it's all about.
Felipe's the copper man. We just got back from the distillery 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we're there.
And boy, oh boy, he's got some beautiful looking copper there, right?
What a good looking distillery, honhonestly.
Yeah, and it was telling us
in the middle of nowhere. But.
And it was, it is. It was in Jesus Marie, right? Maria, right? Yeah. He was, telling us that he's got his special little inventions. He's a genius. He has a way where the copper coils get cleaned themselves. Yep. He was saying, so he doesn't have to scrub them out and clean them like everybody else does. They're like self-cleaning.
We saw the stainless steel fermentation tanks, which this is done without fibers. And we saw how he insulated it with cardboard. I mean, he just likes to.
He puts around. He puts cardboard around his stainless steel tanks. He can keep them warmer in the winter. He also showed me that he's got some wooden tanks he's working on now, man. Remember that?
He's all over. He's
got some new stuff coming out in the future, so he's always experimenting and stuff. So this is Don Vicente Blanco.
I just want to let it open up a little bit and let it get some air. It's in the bottle. It's
40
ABV. Good, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 40 ABV, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I never say the word right, but it's got that rain when it rains.
Mm-hmm. Like wet rain?
Like when it hits the ground for the first time.
A little earthy. It's definitely got a vegetal.
Grassy. Oh, wow.
We used to call it herbal.
Yeah, some people call it wet cement, like in the old days. The old guys used to say that.
Who are those old guys? Are we the old guys now?
There's even older than me, believe it or not, but
we're born the same decade. So.
Yeah. But the guys before me, I should say, wet cement was a term. A lot of things, a lot of things like that people say. What are they talking about? Wet cement, But it does have that nice rainwater. So all deep well water. So minerals.
Very minerally.
Minerals. Oh man,
But I get the agave. Right on
the sweet agave, some anise, right? Not a lot, but it's there.
A little mint.
Mint. A little mint. They like when I say that. There is mint in here.
There is mint. I like to say because when we were traveling through Jalisco, Lou was notoriously always saying every Blanco had mint and a little anise.
I like the anise. Yes. Sometimes it's the mint with the anise, but a lot of times. But when it's a good brand and the mint is there, that's a sign of quality.
100%.
When you get that fake mint and that pine salt stuff, that's all that diffuser crap, you know. But when it's a mint like this from a quality place,
we know this is 100%
mint.
Free.
Oh man, so I'm talking about sweet agave, a little anise. I got that wet cement that after the rain comes, the buttery butter, huh?
Nice tears. For 40 ABV.
Yeah.
It's not overly heavy in the glass, but it does have some nice legs on it.
Oh what a nose!
So I always like to say the first taste is an assault on your taste buds. So we're just going to go in and just going to take a quick taste
because it's the first of the day. We're just starting. But I want to say that it's a little fruity too. I think a little vegetative, just a hair. Almost floral, is fragrant, So but it's the earthy thing, some pepper, I
got to tell you, for the first taste, I'm still I got a little heat, a little pepper, but got the cooked agave on that.
Like you said, you throw away the first sip most of the time if it's your first sip for the day. Otherwise,
it is for me. I don't know what you've been doing until I got here.
Me too. I was putting up Christmas lights.
So, just give yourself just a second, and then go back in and retaste and smell.
You know what? The pepper. Oh my goodness! Do you got that pepper? Do you see that pepper? You can't miss the pepper.
I got the spice, but I think
pepper and spice, almost like a hot spice. Like a light chili thing or something going on.
A little jalapeno, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think we go in for wait a second, and I said just go in for the third taste because I think that's your palate starts to open up, and I think we're going to get the real true expression of this Blanco.
I think you're right. So. But the nose, I got to tell you guys, this stuff's going to be a hit. Whoa, Felipe, you did it again. You really did it again. This is really, really good. This is really good.
I'm not complaining.
It's got a ton of agave
First
sweetness.
Impressions, very happy with the product. But we knew we would. So,
It's
I would like to have tasted this blind. Still probably have the same opinion, but we're a little biased because we like Felipe and we love what he produces. #1 distillery out there.
There's a lot to this. You know what? This is a sleeper. It's got nice feminine smells, if you know what I mean. Soft,
floral,
and floral because of the oxygenation, likely.
Going for that third taste.
But it's also got a lot going on.
Now the pepper kind of dropped out, and you just get the agave.
Well, you're right about the pepper's still there for me, but not as much. Right. That agave continues to just go on. Yeah. It's got a little bit of fruit. It's got
this is definitely, and if you look at the reviews, I mean, we're not inventing the wheel here. Earthy, you'll see a lot of comments for that. You get a lot of vegetal, herbal, heat, pepper.
Right.
But you know what I like when I look at all that, I look at it balanced, and it all comes. Not one flavor or profile is standing out.
Absolutely.
Perfect in the mouth.
Right, and you're absolutely right. And Felipe's kind of known for a fruity, buttery, anise, sweet, clean taste. Perfect. And that's, like G4 and what Pasote was and all of that. This is right there. It does have a Terralta kind of.
Do we have any Terralta Blanco? I should have.
Oh yeah, I got Terralta all over the place here. I just had one.
We'll have to do it side by side.
But we'll do that later. Yeah.
But I mean, I would off the top of my head, I'm looking at an 88, 89 on Tequila Matchmaker.
Well, I think on the Blanco, the only few people that did rate this, we're at an 88 average at this point, from what I remember. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to go higher than that. Okay. This is really good for me. I'm going to put it at a 90. I'm going to put it. And I usually go. Don't I usually go lower than you?
I think you go always a point higher than me.
But higher.
We'll have to look at other reviews.
This is a 90. This is really, really good. This is really good. Oh my goodness!
I don't know what the price point's going to be, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's brand new. Nobody's got it. We're not even supposed to have it. It's not supposed to be in the United States.
But I think one of the reasons why we like Terralta happens to be one of my all-time favorite.
Mine too.
Brands, and I mean, I like G4, I like Pasote, I like Valons, but that deep well water, I think there's not as much acidity.
Right.
And I think that's what you get a little bit more of the agave flavors. It's a little more neutral, and I like this. I could sip this.
Yeah, and Felipe was telling me, when the water comes up from that deep, it's coming up through all the clay and through all the different types of minerals, and he said it just adds so much to it. I always love Terralta. That's my favorite of El Pandillo, and this is oxygen. This is like a softer Terralta, which is cool with me. This is really nice.
I think it's just going to evolve more. I mean, we just cracked the bottle open. I think we'll go back and visit again, but Why don't we just cut this one and we'll go to do one on the Reposado?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll be back, and at another time we're going to tell you about the Reposado. So Lou Agave and Greg Bartolotta, and salud.
Cheers.